Today's a great day because today is kombucha day. Here's my SCOBY. So this is called a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. And what it basically does is basically kind of a mushroom, and it eats itself through the sugar and tea that you make for, how do you call it? Anyway, so today's the day. Every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you make a new batch, and so today this baby gets some tea with sugar honey. So the good news is this SCOBY has a baby. So you see, you can kind of separate it here. Ugh. It smells kind of funny, but isn't it beautiful? If you live in Berlin and you want a SCOBY with some fluid to start your own batch, let me know, and you can pick it up. Hey guys, great to be back. So today I talked to my friend Marco. So if you ask now, how many friends does this guy have? Because, the story with Dirk. Friends are really important, so I have a few. Anyway, so I talked to my best friend Marco because I know Marco for a long time. We go back maybe 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It can't be. Anyway, we go back so long that I can't remember how long we go back. So I met Marco in New York and we had some crazy adventures together. I mean, probably the best time of my life, I have to say. I mean, be it riding our bikes through New York at high speed and, crossing quite a few red lights, or be it just hanging out at that loft I used to live in. And one day we had this idea to paint the loft, and I mean, it was so painful to do this, but we had so much fun. So he went back to Mexico a couple of years ago. Being an entrepreneur, he just started his own business by buying a cab, and now he's basically driving a cab in Mexico City. To all of my friends in Germany or New York, and also to myself, we complain about what is going on with Corona at the moment, the shutdown, and how tough things are. But I bet you it's not as tough as it is in Mexico City, because there you get no support whatsoever. Now, Marco told me today that they have a new shutdown. That means all stores are closed again, and that he has a really hard time finding enough customers because nobody's taking a cab, because people don't have jobs, don't have the money to take a cab. So it's really rough for him at the moment. So Marco got his cab just before the whole Corona thing started, and he has to make his car payments. So that puts a lot of stress on him, obviously, because if you can't make the payments, they take the car away, and then he doesn't know how to make money. So when we talk today, and I think many of us feel that way at the moment, he was basically saying that his life doesn't make any sense anymore if he would lose the car, because he doesn't know what then to do. And what he was saying was basically that he would lose his interest to continue his life's journey. So I think many people feel like that at the moment. What gives our life meaning when we don't have what we had before? Because a lot of things will change now. I think we're all aware of that we most likely will not go back to the same life we had before the pandemic. Marco is sometimes a little bit dramatic, aren't we all? And he was basically saying that if he would lose the car, he would go swim with sharks. He was basically saying, he wants to go out with a bang. At least it's kind of a story to tell that his last action was to go swim with sharks. But obviously you have to look for a big shark. You don't know, maybe the shark is just not hungry. And what do you do then? And if the shark is hungry, maybe he just takes a little bite. That's not the ideal solution, but I totally understand his point. Talking to him, I didn't really know what to say because I totally understand him. But then obviously I wanted to bring the conversation to a positive note. And so what I had here on my table still was the Course in Miracles. And if you don't know what the Course in Miracles is, you should, because I did a blog post about it a few days ago. You shouldn't miss blog posts. Anyway, so you can go back. I think it was on the 1st of January. I was talking about the book. So since I had the book on my table, I was just reading what the exercise for the day was. And it basically said, my meaningless thoughts show me a meaningless world. So that I thought was really interesting because we've been talking a lot, or I've been talking a lot about how much our thoughts, our ideas influence our reality. So could it be that when we have these thoughts that are meaningless because we don't know where they exactly come from, nor can we influence our thoughts? I mean, have you ever tried to influence your thoughts? And then there are these really wise people who say, stay positive or think positive. It never worked for anybody, I think, you know. The only people it works for are people who are positive to begin with, and then they can have positive thoughts. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It never worked for me. Can it be that our thoughts show us a meaningless world? And then what comes from a meaningless world? And we see a very meaningless world at the moment because we don't know how to continue. What comes is fear. And we have plenty of that. Basically, the base of it is an illusionary thought that's based on our past, and hence it is meaningless because the past doesn't have anything to do with the future. And then what it does, though, is that we have fear because we think it's all meaningless. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? But Marco has quite some resistance. So do I. You know, I don't want anybody to tell me how I should live my life. Even though I think as time has passed on, I'm more humble nowadays, so it's easier for me to listen. But he said it's basically bullshit what I'm saying, and it doesn't work, and it's just another book that says something that doesn't work. I had to tell him that I know what this book says. It feels, and I don't want to say feels, because I think when there's something that you just know it's somehow true, that when you have obviously thoughts that are meaningless, that are not based on anything, that this obviously shows you also a meaningless world. And what do we do with a meaningless world? Now, that could be just a belief, but I was very convinced. So what Marco then said, he said, you have 1 year to show me. If you show me that within a year, you turn your life around by letting go of your meaningless thoughts, and by that, letting go of seeing the world as meaningless, and I can see this in your life, then I believe you. He even said he would follow me. So we probably both have to dress up. I don't know who's getting white and who's getting the orange robe, you know, and then we can be teacher and disciple. No, I'm just kidding. The important thing to me now, of course, is, since he said that, because I love Marco, and I definitely don't want him to go swim with sharks, because he's crazy enough to do it, trust me. I know this guy. So I said, look, you know, now I'm really motivated because I want to show you that this works. The issue is, though, there's no way I can do this on my own. So,
save Marco!
Yes, you heard right. Let's save Marco. So to save Marco, what we have to do, and sorry that I include you, but I have to show him that my life can really be different when I change. And you have to help me, because obviously I can't do it alone. So I need your help to save Marco. Please like and subscribe, because that really helps the channel and that gets the message out. So I don't want to guilt trip you, but if Marco goes swimming with sharks, you know, it might be also your fault. So please like and subscribe. So this is the idea for today. Meaningless thoughts, and obviously they must be meaningless because they're based on nothing, show me a meaningless world. And the moment the world is meaningless, I'm really scared. I don't know how to deal with the meaningless world. And then the fear gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what we see in everybody right now. So I think it's really important to stick together and really help each other getting through this time. Tomorrow I will also put up a link because I said, I'll teach the yoga classes, and then once a week we can all meet on Zoom and discuss different themes if there is some interest. So don't forget, tomorrow 6:30 German time PM. There's a class tomorrow, slow flow, because I don't know how much you have been practicing. I did practice some yoga, but let's get started slow. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to save Marco. I hope I see you guys tomorrow in class, but I definitely see you tomorrow on the vlog. Thank you so much. Have a great day.